Welcome to the Tech Titans Showdown, the podcast where we explore the biggest battles in the tech world. I'm your host, Ahmed Salem, and in this series, we're diving into the incredible rise and shocking slide of two mobile legends, Nokia and BlackBerry. There was a time when these companies ruled the mobile industry. Nokia was the king of stable, reliable phones, while BlackBerry was the go-to brand for business expert. But today, they've almost disappeared from the smartphone market. What happened? How did they go from dominating the industry to being forgotten? In today's episode, we'll explore how Nokia and BlackBerry became the leaders of the mobile phone revolution. We'll take a look at their roots, their most iconic devices, and the key discussions that helped them rise to power. Let's start with Nokia. If you had a mobile phone in the late 1990s or early 2000s, chances are it was a Nokia. This company wasn't just a phone work but a global powerhouse. Nokia stories begin in Finland in 1865, not as a tech company but as a paper mill. Over the years, they moved into rubber and electronics, and by 1980s, they had entered the mobile phone industry, but their real breakthrough came in the 1990s. Nokia focused on making mobile phones that were simple, reliable and stable. Who could forget the legendary Nokia 3310? This phone became an icon, not just because of its long battery life and thought design, but because it made mobile phones free to millions of people around the world. By the early 2000s, Nokia was the agreed king of mobile phones. Their strategy was simple: produce a wide range of phones at different price points, providing that there was a Nokia phone for everyone, from businesses expert to everybody users. And their innovation didn't stop there. Nokia was one of the first companies to introduce features like built-in cameras and color screens. At its peak, in 2007, Nokia controlled nearly 50% of the global mobile phone market. It seemed unstoppable, but as we'll see later in the series, even the strongest giant can fall. Now let's talk about BlackBerry, the phone that ruled the business world. If Nokia was the king of consumers' phones, BlackBerry was the king of professionals. BlackBerry started as a Canadian company called Researcher in Motion (RIM) in 1984. Their big breakthrough came in the early 2000s when they introduced the BlackBerry smartphone, which was designed specifically for business users. It had a full QWERTY keyboard, a secure email system, and a messaging service called BlackBerry Messenger (BBM). For leaders, statesmen, and even celebrities, having a BlackBerry wasn't just about making calls, it was about staying connected. The iconic BlackBerry bold and curved models became state sign in corporate offices around the world. Even former US presidents Barack Obama was known for using a BlackBerry. What made BlackBerry special was its security. Governments and major firms trusted BlackBerry's encryption system, which made it nearly impossible to hack. This was a game changer for professionals who needed secure communication. By 2009, BlackBerry controlled 20% of the global smartphone market and was growing fast. But as we'll discuss in later episodes, they made some critical mistakes that lead to their downfall. Nokia and BlackBerry seemed unavailable at the height of their success, but behind the scenes, cracks were starting to show. Nokia was dominating the mobile market, but it failed to organize a major shift happening in the industry. The rise of smartphones. While Nokia continued making features phones, Apple introduced the iPhone in 2007 and Google's Android system followed soon after. Instead of adapting quickly, Nokia stuck to its old ways, relying on its Symbian operating system while competitors moved toward touchscreens. smartphones with advanced software. BlackBerry, on the other hand, was too focused on its business users. When Apple and Android introduced touchscreens and app stores, BlackBerry dismissed them as toys for casual users. They didn't realize that consumers, not just businesses, were driving the smartphone revolution. The warning signs were there, but Nokia and BlackBerry didn't react fast enough. By the time they tried to catch up, Apple and Samsung had already changed the game. In the next episode, we'll take a closer look at the key mistakes that lead to their downfall and how their biggest competitors took over the market. That's it for today's episode of the Tech Titans Showdown. The rise and fall of Nokia and BlackBerry. Both companies started as a mobile legends, but as well, see in the next episode, success doesn't last forever in the tech world. Next time, we'll explore the critical mistakes that lead to their downfall, from software strategies to missed chances. We'll explain exactly where Nokia and BlackBerry went wrong, and how Apple and Samsung took over. Thanks for listening, and I hope you'll enjoy me for the next episode of the Tech Titans Showdown. I'm your host, Ahmed Salem, and I'll see you later next time. Bye!